With their marriage officially over, there are no more surprises left. The saying "once a cheater, always a cheater" seems to fit Kirk's situation perfectly. It looks like he's made the same mistake again, the one that destroyed his marriage in the first place. Hold on tight, because this time Jasmine Washington is at the heart of the breakup. It turns out that Kirk has been secretly seeing Jasmine again, and now she's pregnant with his second child. It feels like déjà vu all over again. The drama began when Kirk was caught in another affair. Instead of owning up to his mistakes, he claimed that he was tired of Rasheeda and had always wanted out of the marriage. However, we all know this is just a cover for his hidden actions. After 25 years of ups and downs, Rasheeda has reportedly had enough and filed for divorce. This relationship has truly been a roller coaster, full of twists and turns. Let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture. It seems like this ending was inevitable. Rasheeda is done with Kirk's lies, and honestly, who can blame her? For years, it has seemed like there's no escaping the constant dishonesty and betrayal. Kirk and Rasheeda have been one of the longest-lasting couples on *Love and Hip Hop Atlanta*, but their relationship has been plagued with Kirk's infidelity since the beginning. In Season 2, for example, Kirk accused Rasheeda of cheating when she became pregnant, which was incredibly hypocritical of him. It was one of the most memorable moments in the show's history. Then, in Season 3, Kirk went as far as to take a DNA test to prove he was the father of Rasheeda's child, which must have been humiliating for her, especially given her mother Shirley's struggles with Kirk. One unforgettable moment that stands out is when Rasheeda confronted Kirk during an angry dispute while he was riding his motorcycle. That scene was the definition of mama bear energy. Despite everything, Rasheeda has been with Kirk for many years. But now it seems that his most recent betrayal involving Jasmine is the last straw. Is Rasheeda to blame? Not really. This isn't the first time Jasmine has caused problems in their relationship. Back in Season 6, it was revealed that Kirk had a child with Jasmine, who was a stripper at the time. Despite this, Rasheeda found the strength to forgive him, even after a brief separation. However, history is now repeating itself. It's like watching a slow-motion train wreck unfold before our eyes. Kirk has been secretly seeing Jasmine again, and now she's pregnant with his second child. To make matters worse, Kirk is trying to spin this whole situation to make it look like he's the victim. He's acting as if he's always wanted to leave Rasheeda, but the truth is far more complicated than that. In the end, Rasheeda's decision to file for divorce isn't surprising. After years of dealing with Kirk's betrayal and lies, it seems she has finally reached her breaking point. She deserves better, and it's clear that this relationship had been hanging on by a thread for a long time. Rasheeda Frost has been in a long relationship with Kirk Frost, but many people believe it's just a cover for his recent betrayal. His actions are a textbook example of infidelity. When such behavior is exposed, it's common for the person who cheated to act upset, pretending as if they've been hurt all along. Many viewers who have been following Rasheeda's journey closely agree with her decision to end her relationship with Kirk. In my opinion, it's long overdue. Rasheeda is finally choosing her own happiness and peace of mind after putting up with Kirk's antics for far too long. Let's take a moment to talk about Kirk's actions, which over the years have been difficult to ignore. On the reality show, he was often seen as Rasheeda's supportive husband and manager, dedicated to helping her achieve her dream of becoming a musician. But when news of Kirk's affair broke, it shattered Rasheeda's trust and left her heartbroken. She couldn't believe what had happened. After the affair, Rasheeda found herself pacing the living room, determined to take control of the situation. She decided that if Kirk wanted to play dirty, she would show him that she could play the game just as well. Her response was powerful and calculated. Rasheeda knew she needed to send a strong message, so she organized a press conference to make sure her announcement would get attention. When the cameras and reporters gathered, she was ready to make a statement. Rasheeda looked confident as she stood at the podium, dressed in an outfit that radiated elegance and strength. Her calm demeanor mixed with excitement showed she was in charge. "Thank you, everyone, for coming," she said, her voice steady but filled with energy. "I want to be clear about what I'm going to do next, because I have something important to share." She paused for a moment, allowing her words to sink in, as the reporters listened intently. As many of you know, my relationship with Kirk has recently faced some serious challenges, she continued, making sure the crowd understood the gravity of the situation. The media quickly reacted with flashbulbs and whispered conversations. Then came the big reveal. It's true, Kirk has been unfaithful, she said, her words hitting hard. But she wasn't done yet. With a wide grin, she added, but here's where it gets interesting. At that moment, Rasheeda's new partner appeared. He was tall, attractive, and exuded a calm confidence that stood in stark contrast to the chaos around them. I'm not just moving on, Rasheeda said with renewed energy. I'm continuing my relationship with someone who has been a true friend and companion through all of this. The media was buzzing with questions. Who is he? How did you two meet? One reporter asked. Rasheeda smiled as she looked at her new partner, Adrian. Through all the ups and downs of my long-term relationship with Kirk, Adrian has been there for me as a supportive friend, she explained. Adrian stood by her side, unfazed by the flurry of cameras. He greeted the reporters with a warm smile and a firm handshake, ready to embrace this new chapter of their lives together. Rasheeda, with Adrian at her side, was clearly moving forward with strength and confidence, no longer held back by Kirk's mistakes. Rasheeda and I grew closer after being introduced through mutual friends, including Common. We connected well, and it wasn't long before the press started showing interest in her new relationship and how it fit into her public persona. As the reporters kept asking questions, I was more than happy to support her. She handled the attention with confidence and calm, even managing to turn the conversation when things seemed to take a difficult turn. As the press conference wrapped up, Rasheeda, with a hint of playful defiance, seized the opportunity to shift the focus. Adrian, standing by her side, walked out with her, their hands clasped together as a sign of unity and fresh beginnings. The flashes of cameras continued as they left the room, but Rasheeda seemed completely in control of the situation. The press couldn't shake her resolve as she confidently embraced her next chapter. After years of dealing with Kirk's betrayal, Rasheeda was determined to regain control of her narrative. She had endured a roller coaster of emotions during their 25-year marriage. Now, with a new sense of freedom, she felt ready for whatever came next. Despite the inevitable media attention that her personal life would attract, Rasheeda stood tall, showing strength in the face of it all. Her marriage to Kirk had been a constant source of tension, especially due to his infidelity and dishonesty. Rasheeda had been patient for a long time, putting up with Kirk's actions. One of the most publicized incidents occurred during their time on *Love and Hip Hop* when Kirk's betrayal came to light. The drama escalated when it was revealed that there was a question about the paternity of their child. In Season 2, the situation reached new heights, and by the third season, their relationship seemed to implode. Kirk's decision to demand a DNA test only added fuel to the fire, making everything even worse. Another difficult moment came when Rasheeda's mother, Shirlene, infamously ran over Kirk's motorcycle during a heated argument. These public episodes highlighted just how volatile their marriage had become. After years of emotional turmoil, it's clear that Rasheeda is ready to move on and regain control of her life. If the rumors of a divorce are true, it would mark a major turning point for Rasheeda. She has always managed to balance her family life, career, and the difficult relationship with Kirk. But it seems that the weight of the past has become too much to bear. Many people are rallying behind her as she takes this next step, choosing to prioritize her own happiness and mental well-being. Rasheeda's decision to break away from Kirk's ongoing deceit is a bold one. It marks the end of a tumultuous chapter in her life and the beginning of a new, hopeful future. Her journey has been filled with ups and downs, but now it seems she's ready to embrace the change that lies ahead. For almost 25 years, Rasheeda had been shocked by what she almost heard the day before. She couldn't stop pacing the living room, her heart racing as rumors swirled in her mind. The more she thought about it, the more her pulse quickened. These rumors had taken over her thoughts ever since she had introduced her husband to her mother. They had been through so many ups and downs over the years, but the idea of betrayal was almost too much to bear. It felt like a knife piercing her chest. Taking a deep breath, Rasheeda tried to gather the strength to confront her husband. Kirk had been having an affair, and the news had hit her harder than anything she could have imagined. "Kirk," she began, her voice a little shaky. "The truth needs to come out now. I've been hearing rumors about you and my mother." For a moment, Kirk's face went pale. He looked completely stunned. "What are you talking about, Rasheeda?" he asked, clearly confused. But Rasheeda wasn't backing down. "I have proof. You can't keep denying this," she said, her anger starting to rise. "How could you do this to us? You were supposed to be my partner, my confidant, and instead you're sneaking around with my own mother. How could you betray me like this?" Kirk, clearly caught off guard by the confrontation, was stammering for words. "Your mother," he repeated in disbelief. "It's not what you think, Rasheeda." Rasheeda crossed her arms and glared at him. She couldn't believe the situation she was in. She waited for him to explain himself, but the words seemed stuck in his throat. There was a long pause, and Rasheeda couldn't help but look around, trying to find a way out of this nightmare. But there was no escape. The truth had come crashing down, and there was no denying it now. The weight of betrayal was heavy in the air, and it felt as though the ground had shifted beneath her feet. This revelation came after years of struggles in their relationship. When Kirk had fathered a child with Jasmine Washington back in season 6,